Okay, we're back at it. Gonna try and sort this roof out today. Gonna start with the easy things. I know there's 3 fuses that are to do with the roof, so we'll have a look down in the footwell at those. Failing that, we'll start stripping this little micro switch where it clips on. We'll see if there's anything obvious there. Quite a lot going on this week with the car. Tracking, take it to the garage for that. I've got the painter coming to paint my wing, and then beginning of next month I've got me MOT. It's exciting. Okay, so down in the driver's footwell, got this little panel. Like I said, there's three fuses that are to do with the roof, which is C3, D3, and B8. Like I said previously, they're A, B, C, D, E, and then one to whatever. This little grabber. So we'll check C3, so A, B, C. Third one along's 15. Pull that out. He's looking alright. Get that back in. D3, D3. One there. Okay as well. And then there's B8, AB. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awkward trying to film this. And he looks okay as well. Not that. Chuck that back in. Okay, do some more digging. Okay, so another thing is the roof will go up and down only if the handbrake's on. So there must be a micro switch of some sort under here. The easiest way to check that, I'm guessing, is to see if the handbrake light comes on. So start the car up. Okay, the light's coming on and off, so I'm guessing it's not that. So I'm going to start stripping this down, which is what I thought it would be. Little micro switch up there where the roof cap latches on. So I'm guessing it's probably something up there. So we'll start taking that apart. Okay, I'm going to start taking these little plastic bits off. And that's revealing a couple of screws. Actually, see them. I need to get a torch. Okay, so it looks like I've got some plugs behind that. I'm going to have to mess with them in it. So, okay, so I've managed to pull that off. There's 3 little plugs. They were quite stiff, but it came off in the end. So you got your micro switch underneath here, which moves that. But a lot of people say that I have issues with these pieces here. You can see where the solder is. It's started to get a bit rusty. So I think I'm gonna get my soldering iron out and try and drag this original solder a bit further up. See if that does anything. The rest of it's looking okay, but with electrics, I mean, it can look okay, but it ain't. So I'm gonna start with this. That does look like a problem. Okay, so trying to scrape some of this rust off. They're all quite solid. I just tried scraping this one, and there's a little bit of movement. You can see just in the corner there's a little crack in the solder. So we might have found the culprit. I'm going to scrape the rest of this rust off and try and sort this out to make it a bit more sturdy. With the house moving stuff, I've lost my spool of solder wire, so I'm just going to have to try and make do with what we got and try and drag the existing along. I'm going to scrape the rest of this rust off first before I do anything. We'll go from there. Okay, so there's going to be more solder connections a bit deeper down, so taking these little clips out, just took that side out. These little, where's my, these little clips here. I'll take this out and this little unit here should pop out, give us access to the other connections. I'll just pop these 2 out. Should lift out. Yeah, so we've got 2 more little connections there. They're pretty corroded, so I'm going to do the same there. Scrape off the rust and try and resolder that for a better connection. Yeah, I've just resoldered that, spread it out a little bit. Just notice as well by flicking it over, we've got another 2 here. I'm going to give that the same treatment. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Got rid of the worst of the rust. Resoldered these and those. Stretch the solder out a little bit more on there. One here hasn't got any give on it anymore either, which is good. See the micro switch, how it works. Chuck it back together and see if it was worth it. Okay, moment of truth. It's all back together. Let's give it a go. I'm not gonna press the button for too long because I've still got all the rods in the back disconnected. I just want to see if it makes a sound. If it does anything like this. Oh, we've got noise. That's a bonus. Before I go any further, I'm going to put all my rods back on. I think it's pretty evident that it's fixed. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have to lever that on. Put myself a crowbar. Don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but can't see any other way to do it. This side's lining up a bit better than the other side, so I'm going to start here. Hopefully that just pops on, which I think it has. Okay, over to the other side. Let's see if this side goes on a bit easier. Just out of line a little. It's catching down there. Hitting on this bracket so it doesn't want to come up anymore. Nope. Don't want to bend this either where the runners go. I just don't want to adjust. It's adjustable. I can see threads, but I don't want to whack it out of sync. This is where I took it off, so it should, in theory, go back on the same way. A bit stubborn. There he is. Just wanted to go down a bit more, that's all. Cool. Clamshell down next. Okay, see a potential problem. So, you've got this runner. There's my going all along here. There's a little ball joint just there. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in there. And that's plastic. Probably slides. It's always been an issue putting my roof down that this clamshell's been really jolty. So I'm wondering if it's always been like that. Or it's just recently. I'm going to pop that ball joint in there. Check the other side as well. That would explain why it's not lining up with this either. We'll do that. We're back onto this bit now. That is not lining up. You can see my little cable tie trick I held it with. I'm going to unsnip that, but there's no way that's going to line up. So what I'm going to try and do, hit the switch and see if that comes out a little bit. Make it a little bit easier. Okay, so I've managed to get them all on. Took a bit of a messing around. This one was quite hard to get on. The other side went on a little too easy for my liking. But we'll give it a go. Give it a test. Okay, you can see what I mean by the judder. The little bit of carpet in now, I'm just going to reconnect that with the little ball joints because that's still off, but I'm going to call that job done. Okay, so the roof's all done now, finished. Pretty happy with the outcome. For a new control unit for the roof, it was over £100 from Porsche, so it's worth digging into. It literally cost me nothing apart from one cable tie to prop the little bar up, so pretty happy with that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.